should forget. I'll have the song to remind me. With one hand pinned to your chest and the other grasping mine, do you swear a solemn oath? Never forget these moments, never comfort them with lies, always keep them locked at home.
So basically we have been a DIY, for those who don't know, do-it-yourself band for about, I'd say 9 or 10 years. We started in 2000, became like an active full-time touring band in 2007, and we had trouble finding a record label to help us out, and we weren't really too worried about it because I feel like we wanted to go out on our own and like work for it, work to get a solid fan base, you know, down before we, you know, tried stepping it up to the next level. Basically, 2007, our friends in 4 Year Strong recorded a record with Playwright Productions in Philadelphia, and you know, we really wanted to record our first full length in like a studio that we know that would give us a good sound. So we went there, and it cost us a lot of money. It cost us about $16,000. So basically, we took out a loan. And we had it in our heads like, all right, this new stuff's so good, we'll definitely get signed, and someone will reimburse us. So we went to the studio. Paid all that money, and it didn't really work out. We didn't find a label that would put out the record for us. So we're like, shit. All right, well, either we break up or we put out this record on our own and tour the world. The cool thing about our band, I think, that, you know, doesn't really exist anymore is like we kind of looked up to like bands like the Movie Life, you know, the Get Up Kids, Saves the Day, New Found Glory. You know, back when the scene first, like the pop punk scene first started, you know, getting bigger, like all these bands had to work so hard to get to where they are. And there's so many bands now that just get handed favors and get labels to do everything for them. And we don't care about that stuff. You know, we wanted to work for it, we wanted to earn like our cred and all that stuff. And I think the thing about our band is cool is like in Russia and Japan and Europe, all these places we've been, we've gotten kids to like our band so much that they would help us and like help us get tickets to go out there. And that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like we've had to like take money out of our pockets and stuff, and money that our band's made enough to afford it. But I mean, those are some of the best tours, and it was crazy how many kids knew us. You know, because in the U.S. we're still like, you know, in Boston we're obviously doing really well, but you know, we're still struggling in certain markets. We went to the U.K. and Japan, and we had like this fan base. All these kids that knew every song, and like we're so excited. And I think that's kind of the reason why our band loves doing what we do, because we appreciate the appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Like we do it for the kids, we do it for ourselves. We actually believe in every lyric that we sing. You know, all the music we play. We're best friends. Like we're not just trying to make money, and I think we've proved that to kids. Like we still owe money, you know, but we're doing this because we love it. And you know, now that we have a label behind us, we're hoping we can still do all these tours and keep all the kids that were there since day one and keep them happy, keep ourselves happy, but expand our fan base. So pay off our debt, you know, maybe make enough money that I could afford to pay my iPhone bill and all that stuff. But I mean, that's just, I think the thing that like we'll always know as a DIY, where we came from, is just like, that's like our personalities, and we'll never forget who we are, where we came from, and the kids that were there since day one. And so recently we signed with Velocity and Rise Records, which is, I think it's cool for us because Rise is starting to do this new movement where they signed us and Transit, Man Overboard, Hot Water Music, you know, a bunch of more like pop punk bands. And one thing about Rise that I've always noticed is that they always put a lot of like marketing and stuff into their bands, and that's something that us as a DIY band could never afford. Is like, you know, like articles in magazines and like all that stuff. That's going to be coming out in October on Velocity/Rise Records. We actually just named it. It's going to be called No Sanctuary. And I think this record is definitely the coolest thing we've ever done. Everybody in our band contributed a lot more with the writing process. And I think in the last 3 years of, you know, since The Kids Can't Lose came out, we've definitely matured as a band. You know, we've been on the road, we've been through like a lot of hard times, you know, with, you know, family issues and, you know, just like struggling with money and just like, you know, good shows, bad shows. There's been a lot happening in our lives, and I think this record is, we have slower songs, we have like heavier songs, we have like more just like rockin' songs, and I want to say that we're all so super proud of it. We recorded it with our friend Andrew Wade in Ocala, Florida. He's done like, you know, bands like A Day to Remember, stuff like that, which is cool because we don't sound like those kind of bands, and he's really good at recording them. So it was cool to have like, you know, us more of like a punk band, you know, being with someone that's like really keen on like sounds and stuff like that. So I think our teamwork together was really cool because it was his first time working with a band like us, and it was our first time working with a producer like him. So I think it's definitely good. We're so stoked. Like the sound is great. The songs are where we want it to be, and I'm really excited to like have a good marketing plan when the record comes out to really expose it to the kids. Because I think that's been always like tough for us because we only get like the people that know who we are, you know, and the like, you know, word of mouth type stuff. So I'm just really proud of this record, and I hope kids give it a chance. It's a little different. It sounds like Foo Fighters meets Alkaline Trio meets Saves a Day meets A Loss for Words, obviously.